Steve Hicks, he's California's answer to Detroit. This is your hobby, model cars, huh?
Yeah.
How many you got now?
Oh, about 13.
13? You put them together yourself?
Yeah.
They look good. Which one is that?
Oh, this is my new Fletcher.
Yeah?
It's Lincoln's future car.
You're going to be a car manufacturer when you grow up?
No, I'm going to be a ear, eye, nose, and throat specialist.
A doctor?
Yeah.
Ear, nose, and throat?
Mm-hmm.
You got your mind all made up, huh?
Yeah.
When did you first come here? When did you first get sick?
1952.
Yes, and then where did you go?
I went to General and was there for about 9 months. Then went to the old Rancho. Was there for quite a while. Then came over to Los Arcos and into the new hospital.
Mm-hmm.
Here.
And now you have to come back here once in a while for operations. How many have you had?
9.
9. Can you tell me what they are?
Well, I've had 1 on each hand. That's so I could pick up things better, and 1 on my stomach so it wouldn't bulge out and I could sit up better.
Mm-hmm.
And 1 on my back so my spine wouldn't be crooked.
Mm-hmm.
2 tracheotomies and a halo.
What's the halo?
It's something they put on your head to stretch your spine while they do the fusion.
Mm-hmm. And what does the tracheotomy do?
It's for when you can't go in the iron lung, they hook up the positive to your trach. You can breathe that way.
That's the little button there, is that right?
Yes.
Uh-huh. Well, you're in good shape. You can make all kinds of cars and things. You've got a little sister, haven't you?
Yeah.
What are you going like that for?
She's a little pest.
Yeah? How? Why is she pesty?
She gets into my stuff.
Into your equipment here?
Yeah.
And what do you do?
Well, I get mad at her. And I fix it.
You lower the boom on her?
Yeah.
You scold her?
Well, yeah, I scold her.
I'm sure she doesn't mean anything by that.
No, but I apologize after it's over with.
All right, all right. When do you figure you're going to start studying to be a doctor? Do you know where you want to go to school?
Well, I want to go to finish high school and then go to college, and then go to prep school, and then go to doctor's school, then go to specialist school, and then I'm going to work 2 years under a doctor to get married and start my own business.
Well, you're going to get married then?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. You got a girl in mind?
Yeah.
Who?
Janet.
Janet? You're going to marry Janet?
I hope so.
Does she know about this?
Nope.
Oh, well, what if she sees this on television?
Well, I just hope for the best.
You got your life all laid out, haven't you?
Yeah.
Gosh, I hope it works out that way for you.
I'm pretty sure it will.
Well, take care. We'll see you again.
Okay.
Bye now, Steve.
Bye.
You've just met Stephen Hicks, M.D., to be. A true example of great faith. As spokesman for the new March of Dimes, I've met many like Stephen, victims of crippling diseases. I'd like you to look at some pictures now. They'll tell you the story much better than any words of mine could.
A beautiful horse named Coco, and his rider, cowboy star Rex Allen. No matter where he may be, a cowboy and his horse always seem to find an appreciative audience. Many of these are little cowboys, and cowgirls, too, at heart. Behind those smiles and almost forgotten are many, many hours of illness and pain. Polio is something these children know all about. No one can kid them into believing it's over, because it isn't. Heartbreak didn't just pass this way. It arrived and stayed on. Now, what about an ordinary day in this hospital, a day when there is no entertainment? What's it like in Ward 501 or 502? An iron lung is an unusual place for a Raggedy Ann doll to live, but not to Christina Gonzalez. She and her doll share a mutual experience together whenever the lung isn't needed for another polio victim. What would it be like to be stricken with polio while awaiting the birth of your baby? Carol Schaefer knows. Making a mosaic picture is now possible for Karen McKibben. After she'd been stricken with polio, her father invented the artificial muscle. It was developed and built through March of Dimes funds. Now other polio victims benefit through this invention. Jesse Cressy triggers the action of the artificial muscle with his forehead. The muscle is operated by any remaining muscle power. Jesse, with only 2 weeks' practice, is proud to have progressed to this state. Activity is nature's best physician. No vaccine can reach these patients in time. Now they must rely on expensive medical care and their own determination to develop to the fullest whatever limited strength they may possess. But for some, there will always be this. And somehow wheelchairs never fulfill their dreams. Polio. This is the way it is, with machinery the only source of breath and life, and trained hands to administer food and drink. Salk vaccine hasn't been used enough to eliminate the need for iron lungs. Epidemic polio struck in 1959. March of Dimes funds fought it in Kansas City, Little Rock, Des Moines, Virginia, and Tennessee. Ted Vanderventer, a polio victim in a body cast, calls himself the Turtle. His friend, Mike Ryan, suffers from arthritis. Today, March of Dimes funds are being used not only against polio, but against crippling arthritis and birth defects as well. To medical research, this means an even greater opportunity to probe the unknown. Mike has a last word for the Turtle before he goes for treatment. Human life is the subject here, a boy's life, lived in pain. Here are the telltale traces of crippling arthritis, swollen joints, unmistakable and unconquered. Acceptance is the state of mind we choose when reason won't explain why. So Mike accepts his illness and works with therapists in constant hope of getting well. Here he dips his hands in paraffin, and the temperature of the wax, though very hot at first, helps relieve pain. Jennifer knows pain too. Born with a birth defect, Jennifer Lawrence and her mother visit a hospital where Jennifer will have her braces refitted. Jennifer is just one example of a birth defects child. Only in the last few years has there been a reawakened interest in this most serious, unmet health problem. There is no cure for Jennifer's condition, yet she lives in hope of strengthening her nearly helpless body. The wonderful longing for life carries her on. And here, a little baby, a little body, a lot of pain. This little girl seems to have been cheated of so much. A toy boat may help to distract and amuse her. She wouldn't understand the word arthritis anyway. I wonder what her thoughts are there in the whirling water. Does she think of her home, of her daddy, or of Mommy taking her in her arms? This baby's having a cast removed. Perhaps her bottle will comfort her. Surgery has been used in an effort to correct a congenital dislocated hip. Here you see a mother's love and concern and a technician's precision. Will this combination spell success? Gentle hands, hopeful hearts, working to create the gift of physical freedom. Adults know the difference at stake here, normality or lameness. Even in a hospital, little girls still love dolls. A repaired open spine has been achieved for this little girl. Her friend has a beautiful face. She also has crippling arthritis. A happy child offers you a toy. What can you offer in return? New March of Dimes funds to help science prevent birth defects. Mary Beth Pyron represents many crippled children and adults. Denied the use of her legs through a birth defect, what is Mary Beth's life like today? When the days are sunny, there's all outdoors to be wheeled through. Brother Spaulding, strong and healthy, has no trouble running or jumping. He even carries the fishing poles for Mary Beth and Mommy. Here, in the sleepy afternoon, the stream winds its way into the distance. Nothing keeps it from being free. A little girl who can't walk needs extra help on a fishing trip. Who'll bait the hook? And who'll help her to pull in the line? Wait a minute. Spaulding's caught a fish. What is a fish? Something very pretty. Something very, cold. Home is a beautiful place. Mary Beth has every advantage, except one. No money in the world can change her body. She will always need help. And when the tinkling of a toy piano is no longer fun, the warmth and comfort of early evening offer 1,000 other amusements. Her brother Spaulding can stay up, but little sisters have to go to bed. Like all little girls, she's fresh and sweet, full of the wonder of the very young. Behind her large eyes, how deep do the thoughts run? Will they someday consider such things as birth and death and the time in between? What about that time, so different, so long in its passing? How is it to be spent? Even as Mary Beth relaxes in the warmth and security of her own little bed, even as other children like her close their eyes, National Foundation scientists, backed by the new March of Dimes, work on towards new understanding, towards the prevention of all birth defects. Lights out, Mary Beth, and good night. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. See you tomorrow. But this is Mary Beth's tomorrow. How many tomorrows for how many children will be like this? Your National Foundation wants to prevent the heartbreaking tomorrows caused by polio, arthritis, and birth defects. With your money, your concern, your love, your determination, you can help the National Foundation do this job. Mommy, help me. Can you resist that cry? Please join the new March of Dimes, won't you?